Title: A Love Lost in Time. Story: In the heart of London, where the Thames flows quietly past cobblestone streets and old brick buildings whisper stories of the past, lived Arav, a young man with eyes full of dreams and a heart full of music. Born to Indian immigrants, Arav lived in a modest apartment above his family's small cafe. He helped his parents every morning, then spent his evenings playing the piano at a local music school. Life was simple and he was content until she walked in. Clara, a literature student from Oxford, was everything Arav wasn't. She came from a wealthy family, spoke with elegance, and carried herself with the grace of a person who had seen the world. But what made Arav fall for her was not her beauty, but her silence, the kind that held deep emotions and a longing to be understood. They met by accident at the cafe. She was a customer. He served her cappuccino. Their eyes met for only a moment, but something clicked. The next day, she came again, and the next. Eventually, coffee turned into conversation. Conversation turned into long walks along the river, hands brushing, eyes smiling. Clara found in Arav what she never had: sincerity, depth, a love that was quiet but overwhelming. Arav found in Clara the spark he never knew he needed. Slowly, they fell in love. Not the kind that burns and dies, but the kind that grows with time, patiently, deeply. But love, as powerful as it is, sometimes isn't enough to fight the world. Clara's parents disapproved of the relationship. They believed Arav wasn't suitable. He was too poor, too simple, not their vision of a son-in-law. They warned her, threatened to cut her off. But Clara didn't care, until her mother fell gravely ill. "Clara," her mother whispered from the hospital bed, "promise me you'll marry someone who fits into our world." Torn between her dying mother and the man she loved, Clara was forced to make an impossible choice. She chose duty over desire. 1 week later, she left London without a goodbye. Arav was devastated. For weeks, he searched for her, called her, wrote letters, none of which were answered. Her absence was like winter, without end. Years passed. Arav never stopped playing music, but his melodies had changed. They were no longer songs of joy, they were poems of pain. He channeled his heartbreak into symphonies that touched every soul who heard them. His name rose in the music world. He became known as the composer of sorrow. 10 years later, during a charity concert in Paris, he saw her. Clara was in the audience, her eyes older, her face quieter. After the show, she came backstage. Their eyes met once again, but this time, they were filled with everything they had never said. "I never stopped loving you," she whispered, tears in her eyes. "Then why did you leave me without a word?" he asked, his voice trembling. "I had to choose between you and my family. I chose wrong." She was married now, with a child. Her life was settled, but not happy. Arav was alone, but his heart still beat for her. They spent one final hour together. No anger, no blame, just memories, laughter, and a shared silence. As she walked away that night, disappearing into the Paris rain, Arav knew he had loved only once, and that was enough for a lifetime. Moral: love is not always about staying together. Sometimes, the greatest love stories are those that never get their happy ending. But even in separation, love can survive, silently, painfully, beautifully, like music echoing long after the last note fades.